Questions?
Well, got to give credit right away to Arizona and how they played. Their interior players were outstanding tonight. There's a reason why they're considered maybe the best tandem on the front court in the country, and they were really good. They had other guys that stepped up, made shots. Henderson was very good tonight, hit some timely threes. I thought I'm really proud of our team. You know, I had a vision of, and I could see us cutting down the nets, and it just didn't come to fruition. You know, I thought we were in decent shape at halftime, although early in the first half we were stuck on 18 for a little bit. We struggled to put some points on the board, but you know, we were within striking range, and then we were still there. You know, 5 or 6 points with around 6 or 7 minutes left, and I think to a degree the 3 straight days may have taken its toll late, and we kind of ran out of steam. Our style, I don't think, is conducive necessarily to playing multiple days in a row. Just how we press and how much energy we exert on defense. I think if we were a slower pace, slower tempo team, we might have had a better opportunity to have a chance tonight. But again, they're an elite team, and certainly you know, it's going to be a hell of a game tomorrow night with UCLA and Arizona.
Okay, we'll open up for questions. Start here at the front on the left.
Scott's had Dooley Devil's Digest. Coach Hurley, team's done everything they can on the court now, and it's up to the powers that be for the NCAA tournament. What are your thoughts going into Sunday?
I respect the process, and I've been through the process, and I understand the evaluation process, and you respect other teams that have had good seasons and are being considered as we are. I truly believe, though, that if you take our 3 best wins and you compare them to other bubble teams, I don't think it's close. And you know, we've demonstrated that we could go away from our home court and win, and that's a major priority in the NCAA tournament. We have 7 true road games, road wins, 5. We're 5-1 on a neutral court, and so I won 22 games in a power conference. I mean, how much more do you really have to do? So I think these guys deserve it. You know, and the other thing is there's quad 1 wins, and then there are really good quad 1 wins. You know, anytime you go on a neutral and beat Creighton, or you beat USC on a neutral, or you go to Arizona and win. I mean, those are serious wins. They're not sitting on your home court gobbling up, you know, a quad 1 game. So I'm hopeful with all the things I stated that you know, that we would have you know, a really good chance to get in the NCAA tournament.
Questions? Here in the third row.
Alex Wakefield, State Press. So, if, you know, by chance you're not selected to the NCAA tournament, have you thought about whether you'd accept an invitation to the NIT?
I mean, we're all in, assuming that what we've done, again, in a power conference, winning 22 games and losing 12. We're not a team that lost like 14 or 15 games and didn't even reach 20 wins. I mean, that's a lot of wins and a lot of good wins, you know, to deny us of that. So that's where our focus is right now.
Chris in the front right.
Chris Carbon, Nova Source for Bobby and Warren. You touched on it a little bit there, Bobby, with cutting the lead down to 4 points or 5 or whatever, and then they had a couple more transition, and Ballo kind of did his thing. Can you just talk about that sequence, and also, Warren, your perspective on that?
Yeah, Ballo's a handful, and when they're making shots, it gets really tough. And Henderson was, and Ramey's always a threat. You know, we were able to plug the floor a little bit on Krisa because he appeared to still have some effects with the shoulder, so we were not really guarding him like we normally would. So I think that had something to do with it, like just their effectiveness in the paint. We won the paint at Arizona, and we won there, and we weren't able to do it tonight, and that was a big part of the game. There were a couple of transition plays that I thought were key, you know, and Frankie made a lot of plays out there for us, and he's been great all year. You know, the missed dunk, and then I think we had another possession and transition that we had a turnover, and I think it was kind of in a back-to-back where they were getting a little shaky with turning the ball over. We weren't able to capitalize.
Yeah, credit to Ballo. He's obviously a really good player. He's a handful, like Coach said, and I just felt like today job, and I felt like the last two matchups I definitely had the, I felt like I played better one-on-one, but credit to him, he's a great player.
Front row, far right.
Jake Seymour, Knockout Sports. Bobby, when you kind of look at the second half, Frankie seemed a little bit more aggressive to open up. Was that a message that you had spoke to him at halftime to be a little bit more aggressive in the type of basket?
Yeah, we were getting great, production from that position. Jamiya came in the first half and gave us a big lift, and had some really good minutes, some shot making, good defense, and he was good throughout the entire game, Jamiya. But Frankie, at the end of the half, I wanted him to take like a 15, 17 footer. He had it, and he passed it up, and we didn't get a shot, or a good shot at the end of the half. And so I said, hey, you got to trust your shot and take those shots if they give it to you. Don't let them disrespect you. I know you can make the shot, and he trusted it and hit a few. And but he's got to do it because the defenses shouldn't treat him that way. He's too good of a player. He's got to trust his shot taking.
Second row in the middle.
Sam Neal, Contact Sports. Can you expand on what Jamiya has done these last few days? Played some of his best basketball this year.
Yeah, it's about seizing opportunity, and he's done it. With Austin's unfortunate, concussion stuff. Jamiya, I saw it the week of practice coming into Arizona and he just, he knew he was going to have a bigger role. That knowing that Austin was going to be out. And to his credit, he's always stayed ready. And it was unfortunate because he was one of our best players in the offseason. Then he had a lower leg injury, and he was set back early in the year, and so he had to work his way and climb his way into the rotation. And he's done it, and he's been very productive. He had a great tournament.
Third row, far right.
ParkerRivals.com. Question for both coach and players. Obviously, this one didn't go the way you guys wanted to, but you guys have done a really good job throughout the season of just winning close games. For example, 2 wins over Stanford by 4 points. You guys just found ways to win close games. Just what's been the key to you guys being able to do that consistently throughout the entire season?
Well, we have a good mixture of youth and experience, and guys that have been in these games before. Warren's been in a lot of big games. Devin at Auburn transferred. Dez. Frankie last year, and then we had the core coming back that were very motivated. I think our conditioning is top notch. We work very hard in practice, and so down the stretch of games, we could close people out. We got clutch players that could step up and make plays down the stretch.
Along with what Coach said, I would say togetherness. We like brothers, and I think we all have confidence in each other, and we thrive in those moments because we're together. We're a real team, so. I think that's what helped us in the close games, just togetherness.
I feel like our conditioning and the fact that we have grit, I feel like grit's our identity. We've developed that over the year. And I feel like those type of teams are always going to have an advantage in close games.
Front row, Michelle.
Michelle Gardner, Arizona Republic. Jamiya, obviously, Coach mentioned you seizing the opportunity with Austin not able to play. Can you kind of talk about how you go about practice and trying to keep yourself prepared so that when you get the chance, you're ready?
Coach is always on me about going hard every day, going game speed. So just not trying to take no days off, and working hard at practice and being there for when my numbers go up.
The last one here with Chris.
Bobby, you have been to the first four twice previously, so not saying that's going to happen, but in the event that it does, what have you taken from those experiences that helps you prepare this team?
Well, it's a quick turnaround, and so tonight it's late Friday, and obviously selection show Sunday, and then the game will be early next week. So it's going to be when hopefully we are selected to dive right into film and start watching tape of our opponent, getting our guys dialed in for travel, and just there's a lot of logistical stuff that needs to happen like instantly, and then from there it's easy to motivate when you're in that tournament. It's so special. There's nothing like it. So these guys are going to be hungry to play, and so no matter where we go, we're going to be eager to get out there and on the floor. Thank you guys.
Great.